Ay, sí, eso. Mm. So in today's talk, which should be titled Aligning the Mind and the Arrival of Spiritual Gifts, we'll have a short talk where I'll detail a profound truth. We'll have the healing list of names, a longer talk, and then some questions if you wish to ask them. Now, the truth I'm just about to reveal to you has quite big consequences. For those of you who have the understanding and are along your journey somewhere, you will discover or already know this to be the truth. Those beginning their journey will look at this and just hear it, and it will transcend through the mind and not stay long enough for one to understand it at a deeper level. It'll detail both your journey, your problems or challenges. It'll also illuminate reincarnation and why your life that you are living is either full of love and joy or pain and sorrow. It is important when you hear these words that you look to find out for yourself if it is true or not. It will be very easy to reject and say, well, it's true on the left, but it is not true on the right. Discover and find out for yourself. And do not discover it on a shallow level, but on a far deeper level. It will unfold into ever more complex, if you want, or more revealing truths. So it's just a few short words, but it can take you on your journey to realization of your true self, of spirit beyond matter. Unreal, away from the unreal. And it will take you from death into eternity if you manage to find the depth of understanding that this will allude to. So again, it will also align with other teachings and other talks at other times. And it will align to the one that I use most frequently, and that is, first find spirit. Let spirit do the work. So as you become more aligned with this phrase to come, then expect also your progress to change in many other ways. So let's get to the point. And the phrase I wish to give to you is, as I said, just a few simple words. And that is, pain only exists when I think about it. Pain only exists when I think about it. So pain, of course, is within the mind. And pain sits within the mind, and if one focuses upon it, then pain is very dominant in thoughts, actions, and in the world that you see. But if you think of the word pain as a thought, then it is very transient, and pain will exist a little bit here and a little bit there, but not permanently. So there was a lady that visited, let's see, about a week ago. And in the discussion, we asked about her energy. And she said she has the most incredible and excess energy that she's ever felt in her life. And it runs through her. And she was able, in her words, to create an energy ball between her hands. And she felt it all around her. It never left her, but was very consistent in her aura. We then asked her another question. How are you working through the difficulty that you have with your daughter? Now, all of a sudden, her beauty of energy disappeared. Her shoulders sagged, her heart hardened, and her eyes filled with tears. And she said, it is very difficult. So as she focused on that pain, it became very real within her being. If she focused on the beauty of her energy, well, that was real. What are you focusing on in your life that you are expecting to be a change or dominant within your personality type? Do you focus on the things which are not true because they are transient? They travel through the mind. Or do you focus on what is real, which is beyond the mind? Everything that must be created by you, thought, pain, challenge, difficulty, fear, is all transitory. But if you step beyond the mind, you find the qualities which you do not create, which are permanent. You sit in the stillness and they are there without any need of creation. Love, peace, knowledge, joy, compassion, awareness. There is no need to create those. They are just there. So watch how you affect your spiritual progress by focusing on what is wrong, what is difficult, what is challenging, what you should not have to deal with. And as you focus on it, you get more of it. Yet, if you focus on what is true, there's an endless supply of love, peace, joy, compassion. So as I started, do not accept my words, but find out. Are you focusing on one thing when you should be aware of another thing? Go deeper into this teaching. It will change your spiritual life, and in addition, may mean that you will skip a few lifetimes when it will come again into your realization. Now, let us carry on. May I have the healing list of names now, please?
Yes. Russ, Helen, Rachel Brown, Brenda, Laura, Sharon, Bill, Jody and Noah, Petra, Beth and Wendy, Christina and Jamie, Anne and Kathleen, Nick and Ann Insel, Taylor, Monica, Bob Tracy, Sharon Phillips, Rachel Ray, Laura, Kath, Deborah, Susanna, Stephanie, Amrita, and Eileen. C. Megan Michael, Eric, Stephen, Matthew, Marianne, Jody, Andy, Suzanne, Lorna and Dunk, Jasmine and Ben, Daniel and Chantel, and of course, may all be happy.
At times, the ego may desire a spiritual gift. And it may become so fanatical or over-ambitious that it sees the gift as who it is. And it may desire the achievement of this gift at its own expense at times. So that there could be the ego's desire, for example, to raise the Kundalini energy. And the raising of this Kundalini energy, when the ego is involved, means that it tries to push the rise of the energy ever higher within its being. But the rising of the Kundalini energy is not to do with what you do, but it is to do with who you are. So it only rises by itself authentically if you achieve a certain level of your own understanding of yourself. But if you were to manage to be able to rise it by some false means, then this can mean that the excess energy can cause immense problems and difficulties that must be addressed at some other time. As one is trying to push excess energy through a system that is not yet capable of managing it. It is traumatic enough time, but if one is not capable of it, then it can cause problems. Now, that is the example which will be referred to as we go through. Now, there are certain places, organizations, and even false teachers which will say to you, I can teach you a spiritual gift. And they may well be organizing this teaching purely on the basis of some commercial need or other. And their ego is associated with the teaching of this gift. And they think that they are the possessor of the gift. And they think that the gift can be taught to those who are of a lower vibration. But the truth is, the gift does not come from the individual, but must come from outside of the individual. So the ego, though, thinks a gift is an acquisition and gives it something in terms of status, and will parade this gift and say, look at who I am and what I do. But the gift is nothing to do with that individual at all. So the rising then of spiritual egotism is taking place. And because it's not in the foundation of self-understanding, it becomes very shaky, and one can gain the gift and then lose it. And one's ego then is affected by the loss of the gift. And one builds themselves up through this inflated ego at times to be equivalent to a Messiah. And yet outside of the expression of that gift, they are more at need than any other person. Because it is beyond the ego they must go. So the word desire and ego and fear and control or even manipulation can all occur with the false understanding of a spiritual gift. Rather than trying to find a gift that you desire, because that is dangerous with your ego, find an understanding of yourself. This will build your energy, it will build your vibration, it will build your understanding, and then the quality of you is set regardless of the gift that may come. One will see that you are then the purity of you, and the gift can come and go without any shaking of your foundation. So let yourself understand yourself first, and let the gift open around you, and then seek your teacher. Not to gain the gift, but to help you to express the gift. Now, the gifts, of course, may be many, all sorts of psychic phenomena, but of course, out-of-body possibilities, levitation, bilocation, and many, many more. But the true understanding of the spiritual self means that one sees it as a gift and not as they are. I am someone expressing psychic ability as opposed to I am so good at all this psychic skill. To let the gift first unfold with you and then see the way it can be improved, but always stick to your path of understanding. In fact, as one builds one's skill of understanding yourself, your energy and your vibration increases to such a level that the phenomena, which you could call a gift or a brief experience, starts to become evident by itself around you. And this may be in noises or even the appearance of objects. It may be the movement of certain things. But this still does not come from a medium, but rather is because of the energy that is around the medium. Now, other gifts will require, for example, the body or the voice of a medium. The error is thinking that is who you are and that is the gift that I am, as opposed to this is a gift that is being given to you for a period of time. It is not your gift, it is the gift of spirit. So as one increases their Kundalini energy, their experiences of self, the vibration of love and perception, which commonly works within the third eye, do not be surprised if you hear things around you, you see other experiences, you are aware to a greater level, you get greater messages, perceptions, or even see shadows walking by your side. They are a reflection of your vibration, of who you are, rather than what you do. And again, some help from a teacher can help you to express that better. But the gift comes first, the teacher comes second. If you try to push your acquisition of a gift, it'll be lots of hard work, doubt, fears, insecurities, and many, many other tribulations that you would have to face. Now, there is no certainty a gift will come. And there is no certainty that a particular gift will come. But if you're on the path of your own understanding, what does that matter? As easy as a gift can arrive, it can leave. Because the energy then becomes useful in other ways. And you may then be just the giver of love and peace. If you do have a gift and you have received the appropriate advice, the true teacher should push you inwards for more self-understanding and also help you outwards in the expression of the quality. But as you start to go further inwards with this gift, your gift will expand. And it will become bigger, more effective, easier, more truthful. This is not because you have improved, although there are some techniques which will help, but because you have become more effective in understanding you. So again, this lines nicely with the teaching, first find spirit. Let spirit do the work. Now, gifts can come randomly. They also can, in a few cases, come when one is first born or of an early age. And it is not unknown that somebody at 5, 6, or 7, or 8, 9, or 10 years old can have gifts of understanding. And if they are born into the appropriate household or to one that can help them, then that gift can be improved so much more. Or society beliefs take over and the gift is at least forgotten. Just because they have a gift at 10 years old to do something or other does not mean that they should not follow the inner world. But at this age, they are delicate in understanding that maybe the ego of a parent or a guide may push them into this expression of gift, where the path is the discovery of self. So if you falsely place your attention on your gift, and you will improve it by doing so, you may have done so at the expense of placing your attention in your inner world. As your path in your inner world grows, the gift arrives. You may use it to generate the karma that you most need in this life and next. It is like money that comes that has been given to you, and all you can do is use it to create good karma or even bad karma. But it is not your money. Claiming it is yours, of course, is the error. So your work is always inwards, to find spirit. And the first glimpses of spirit may mean gifts come. That is when you get your advice. And often you'll find a true teacher who will say to you, don't worry about the gifts. And the ego can be very challenged then. I want the gift. I want to use it. And the ego may say then, I want to use it because I want to help other people. You will help more people by being the truth of you than developing hot hands and energy ball, even if it is sent with love and healing, and that becomes very nice, beautiful, and even effective. So the key words are ego, desire, spirit, truth, gift, self-understanding. You must balance these words and others, of course, in the expression of your gift. And if this gift comes so strong to you, all results that come your way from that gift are not yours, but they should be surrendered to the feet of Spirit and say, I am but the medium for your work. The results are yours. They are not mine. And then you open just a little wider again. And the feelings of love and joy come to you once more. So rather than pushing your Kundalini or your gift ever higher, which leads to problem, work on oneself. And your rising of Kundalini energy will be a reflection of who you are, not what you do. So I pause now to take any questions on this topic, not other topics, on this topic, if anyone would like to ask anything. Now is your time to do so.
Are there any questions out there?
Hi, Ignatius, this is Dave. I have a question, more fine-tuning how we look into ourselves. Is there a specific process to look inwards, or I'm a little bit confused around that.
Yeah. Well, Dave, there are many different techniques. Now, meditation, of course, will take you away from looking outwards and outwards into the physical world, outwards into the body, outwards into the emotions and senses, outwards into the mind, and will reveal what is beyond them all. There are other techniques which will help as well. And if you think of my profound teaching, pain only exists when you think about it, also directs you to where do you put your attention. So if you were to place your attention onto your true self, then that is where your inward journey must go and your path must lead you. So it appears now we have a confusion with meditation and its natural process of stepping backwards and backwards from what is exterior in the material, and then, of course, body and mind and heart, and that is the point of the other talks. What does it reveal that I must place my attention upon, which is my true self? And you then think to yourself, well, what is left that I must focus upon? If there's no world, there's no body, there's no mind, what is it that's left that I focus on? And this becomes very confusing to a person who does not understand. And it becomes a conundrum. Surely one would say, well, I'm trying to focus on nothing. What is there? What do I focus on? There's nothing here. There's emptiness when there's no body and mind. Well, that is correct. Now, if you remember some time ago, and it's been mentioned many times, that if one does the 10-second exercise, 10 seconds, not 10 minutes, where you say, no thoughts for 10 seconds. Then the second exercise is, well, if there is no thoughts in that 10 seconds, what is there? And all one can illuminate is two things. There's an emptiness, and there's the ability to be aware. I can look, but I'm looking into emptiness, so there's nothing to focus upon. So focus on the ability to watch. And watch how your mind drifts to pain, drifts to difficulty, drifts to body, drifts to anger, emotions, drifts to the desire for phenomena. It is not the anger, the emotions, the phenomena, but it's the act of being aware. And where you focus it, is that what seems real? If I change the word, become the light that brings the world into existence. Don't look at the existence, look at what is this light which creates the existence, the projection of the movie onto the screen. It's not the screen, it's not the movie, it is, where's that light come from? So meditation is one way. Awareness and correct focus of the awareness, the way of knowledge, of understanding this, is another way. A third, also important, is the way of love, the way of devotion, the way of ananda or bliss. And that means that one's dropping away everything. And what is revealed is what is naturally there, which is the state of love. Love does not need to be created. One just opens to it. And therefore it is beyond life and death. If one becomes so focused on love and let love be in one's being, one is prevalent everywhere at all times. And one could be so in love with the world that the world doesn't matter. And one, quite the opposite, can be so in love that the world feels so painful. But it is the world that gives the pain, it is love that is the beauty. So here we have, Dave, the three paths of action, of knowledge and devotion. And the true teacher points you in that direction. And you must do so with an open awareness. And as one lets go of the needs of the world, the expression of spirit comes. So the spiritual gifts are often just the expression of you being spirit. The error is thinking you are human with the gift, the ego. So be aware of being aware. Watch where you put your attention. Notice when you put your attention in one place, there is more of whatever you focus upon. You are in control of where you place your attention. I trust that helps, Dave.
It's a great help.
There is so much more to unpack there. But perhaps I can just leave it at that point.
That's a great help. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Is there another that would like to ask? Well, if there is no other question, then I ask you to consider and see if it is true that pain only exists when my mind thinks about it. And you can change the word pain to others as well. Is that what I am creating? Rather than creation of more pain, what do you have that does not need creating? Awareness is one thing. Love may be another. Stillness, emptiness, a void, as has been called, does not need to be created. That is your path. Find out for yourself. I encourage you to do so. Not at the simple level, but for ever deeper levels of understanding. This teaching has multi-layers. In that regard, I wish you all well, and may God bless you all.